Bonjour, hello, добрый день. Today we're talking about 61 plus benefits of prolonged water fasting, meaning at least 3 days, hopefully 7 days, maybe longer. Remember, we are incredible human beings and our health is in our hands. American healthcare, or wherever you are, they're focused on masking the symptoms, not healing you. And it's the same as if your intersection, there's a red light, which is the body giving you a signal, stop, look around, fix the problem. You instead just put a sticker over the red light and you keep driving full speed, or putting the shields on your face and keep driving full speed. How's that a care for your body? It's a disaster. So today we're going to talk about 61 benefits of water fasting, so you don't have to watch hundreds and hundreds of medical conferences, Harvard, Stanford physicians, read the documents online. I have accumulated this research in the last 2 years of water fasting, and I have it for you. Please save this video, create a health list so you can come back and watch it any time to get motivation for your water fast. By the way, today is my 3rd full day of no food. I drink water. I take salt, very important to maintain electrolyte balance. I just dip my finger and I lick it, and that really helps me overcome any headache or any uncomfortable feelings. So I love salt. You could also have black coffee with a little bit of cream, absolutely no sweeteners. You could have green tea or herbal tea. Love this. For me, I picked chicory root. It's also sugar-free, but it has a tiny little bit of fiber to help some of my gut microbiome survive. So love this. So this is what you can have. Okay, again, 61 benefits of fasting by Anastasia4Light, worth over $10 million. So guys, when you set your goal, when you watch my video 10 times, when you printed out your calendar, you're crossing off the days, you're writing down your weight, and having bonuses for every benchmark that you get through. Have a bonus for yourself. Maybe plan to do something special. Schedule a beach day or spa day, or if you're a guy, maybe plan car drive, test drive for a fancy car of your dreams or something. Just whatever motivates you, please do that. So for me, it's a 61 benefits. Rejuvenation of the body, organs, and skin. That's, of course, no-brainer. Our body finally doesn't have to constantly process food. It takes so much energy to process food. So our body can finally focus on rejuvenating, rebuilding the organs. Clear out the gut. Remediate dysbiosis. Again, there's a lot of medical conferences that speak about how the half-life of the bad bacteria in the gut, when they don't have anything to eat, is kind of short. So you get rid of a lot of negative bacteria. And then when you eat healthy, when you refeed with the healthy probiotic foods, such as vegetables, fresh vegetables, some of the pickled cucumbers, kimchi, the healthy stuff that rejuvenates the good bacteria, you kind of give a head start to your great army of wonderful symbiotic bacteria that give us life, give us a lot of vitamins, give us a lot of amino acids, and have our energy production going well. In fact, if you want to get rid of some kind of food addiction or smoking or even drug addiction, fasting is the key, because when you fast, your whole gut biome changes, and all those bacteria that were used to maybe some sweets and candy that are not good for you, they're going to die off. And then when you're back out of the fast, if you switch to different regime of feeding or different diet, it's going to be easy, because after fasting, anything, even grass is going to taste great. Even celery is going to taste great. So you can switch to that. And if before you had a hard time with intermittent fasting, maybe skipping breakfast and eating between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m., it's going to be easy, because your body took care of the hunger hormone. I think it's called ghrelin hormone. So you don't have any more of the morning, lunch, and dinner kind of hunger spikes because you shifted to ketosis. So with that, you will be able to easily just have a feeding window, let's say between 3 and 7. And once you start that, your body will get used to it and start sending you hunger signal at 2:59 p.m. So easy. Like for me, I have been eating 1 or 2 meals for a very long time. I don't ever feel hungry at night or in the morning, so that my body can have time to rejuvenate, rebuild, deal with trauma and the hardships of my life. Okay, immune system boost, that's number 3. I hope you'll get through this list, but it's $10 million of free money, because knowledge is power. And if you apply this knowledge, it's like $10 million in the bank applied to your health. So, immune system boost. What happens? Even though white blood cells actually get depleted during your fast, because again, I guess components will get recycled. The dysfunctional white blood cells actually get marked by apoptosis for death, for cell death. After you start refeeding, you have a boost and wonderful soldiers, white blood cell soldiers that are gonna fight against infection, fight against invaders, and it's a wonderful immune system boost. Definitely recommend it. Sight improvement, no brainer, right? We have nerves, eye nerves, they get all this trash, pesticides, toxins in the body. With the fasting, the body can work on fixing things, including getting rid of toxins. So remember to drink lots of water, have electrolytes, maybe spending some time in the ocean, or maybe spending some time in the sauna. Of course, we recommend a doctor's supervision, because I'm not a doctor, so I cannot give you medical advice. But yesterday I spent in the steam room and on the ocean. I sweat a lot when I'm outside walking or in the ocean, and it helps the body get rid of the toxins. I also take glutathione, liquid form, expensive, I think $70 for the bottle that maybe has 50 pumps, but it's very important. Glutathione is a detoxifying agent that your body naturally produces, but can definitely use a lot more during such a severe detox, such as the time of fasting. Number 5, tissue regeneration. Even teeth. Amazing. So after our body shrinks during the fasting, the organs like liver, pancreas, even heart, they shrink a little bit for fasting, they actually get rebuilt. And the good news is that our centurion genes will get activated. Our FUT1, let's see, the SIRT1 is DNA repair, among others. They actually clean up the DNA sequence of all the trash and scramblings, like scraps on it. So you get your organs rebuilt from the really nice blueprint. And you get 2,000% increase in stem cell production, which one stem cell transplant is like $1 million. And when you transplant a foreign stem cell, it doesn't even know where to go, what to do. Like you can inject the stem cell in the heart and only 0.01% will survive. So save yourself a few $1 million. Do the water fasting, increase your stem cell production so you can rebuild those organs. Insulin sensitivity improvement is number 7 benefit. I will put the list of benefits on the screen and also the link so you can download the Excel spreadsheet and use it as motivation. Print it out, read it, share it. Insulin sensitivity improvement or metabolic syndrome reduction. Basically, when you constantly eat, you have sugar in your bloodstream. Even if you don't eat any sugar, there's carbs in just about anything. And if you don't have glucose, your body will produce it out of protein. Even if you eat some lean fish, the body will still produce glucose. De novo glucogenesis is the process by which the liver takes protein and makes glucose. So when you have glucose, insulin goes up to push that glucose into storage. That's why you can never lose weight if you don't fast, because insulin just remains high, especially with this American brainwashing where people think, oh, I'm going to die if I don't eat for 2 hours. I have to have my protein shake, which is probably the worst thing you can do. So insulin is always high, so you can never lose weight. Insulin is like a guard. Insulin is a guard to your fat storage. If your insulin is there, if your guard is there, you will never lose weight. How do you get the insulin down? You fast. I think probably after 10, 16 hours, especially the workout, your insulin will go down. The glycogen will get depleted. When you are keto adapted like me, it was this less than 24 hours that I was in ketosis. When the insulin goes down, your fat storage opens up and you start using the freezer, your fat supplies. I'm 9 pounds lighter in 3 days, even though most of it is water weight. Still wonderful. You lose half a pound of weight at least every day, because you use 3,200 calories as a pound of fat. So even if you use 1,600 calories a day, maybe more, you use half a pound of fat. Maybe 3,500 calories, but on average, half a pound of fat is what you can expect to lose. So insulin sensitivity goes up, it means your metabolic rate goes up. So after the fasting, you still have all those benefits. Unlike when you're on a strict diet, your metabolic rate goes down. With fasting, metabolic rate goes up. Jason Fung and many other researchers have demonstrated that, and many other clinical studies and blood work that they test participants in. So that is wonderful. So that helps you prevent diabetes. You improve your A1C numbers naturally. Lowers inflammation. Your markers like CRP or SDR are gonna get improved because the body had a chance to clear up the crap, clear up old cells, heal the body, so that the body doesn't have to cause inflammation to kill those cells that they were trying to kill. Because inflammation is a natural process of the body, surprisingly, trying to get rid of stuff that they think is invading your body or old cells that are no longer there. With fasting, you have a natural process of apoptosis, marking cells for death, and also autophagy, eating of the dead cells. Both of those are wonderful, so you're not going to even need inflammation process, and the body is super smart. If the body knows how to heal a cut, the body knows how to heal us and how to recover us. And naturally, when we're sick or when an animal is sick, it doesn't eat, because eating takes a lot of energy, and you want to restore your body. You want to fight the invasion. You want to heal your body. So stop eating, live longer. Not stop eating forever, but at least for 7 days. Remember, if average person, even at 160 pounds, and fat rate at that point is about 25%, so that's 25% of 160 would be divided by 280 divided by 240, so 40 pounds of fat, at least, average person. How many days can you live on 40 pounds of fat if you're 160? If you're more, and of course it's more. Divide by 2 or multiply by 2, because it's half a pound per day in energy if you're active. So that's 80 days active lifestyle. And if you're hibernating, like a bear lifestyle, that's probably 160 days. Our bodies are smart. We're keto adaptive. We can use the fat to give us energy. Ketones, and our brain can use ketones. Our brain loves ketones. Our senses are brighter. Our sleep is better. It's amazing. Sleep benefits I should list here too, right? 9, lower A1C, glucose, lower diabetes risk. 10, cancer fighting and prevention. Absolutely, because it's the junk DNA and those crazy cells that need to be marked for death, for apoptosis. They get marked during our cleanse or fasting, especially if you're praying. Remember, cancer also comes to people who are very angry, not forgiving. Forgive yourself, forgive others, and release that anger. Send love and light. Improve effects of chemo and better recovery, survival 11. So many studies have shown that if you fast people before chemotherapy and during, they survive so much better. They recover so much better. They heal so much better. Amazing benefits. Why is it not really mainstream practiced? Can you make money of fasting? Can the medical industry or pharma industry make money of you using this knowledge and saving 11 million bucks? No, they want your 11 million bucks and they're gonna get it. Trust me, every single person in America, overall, the cost of healthcare, including Medicare, including health insurance, is probably way over $11 million. They want your money. They don't want you to keep your money in your health. And they prefer if you're dead by the Social Security age so that they don't have to spend money on you or pay you retirement benefits. That explains a lot about our healthcare in America. All right. 12, longevity, life expectancy increase, telomeres. Telomeres are the markers of the length of your life, kind of like the program that you set. They get lengthened through your fasting. Not in the first hour. Again, to see any effects of fasting, please fast for at least 3 days when you're starting. And as you become more confident, maybe try 7 days. I've done 14 days in the past. So I've done it in the past and I survived. And look at me. I'm still kicking, even with all my trauma and suffering and abuse that I have survived. 13, lower CVD risk. So lowers the risk of cardiovascular disease. 14, increase autophagy, recycling of damaged proteins, including white blood cells, cysts, fibrosis, brain junk. So if you have somebody with Alzheimer's disease, for example, somebody with cognitive issue, a lot of times it's just junk from pesticides, from foods, from mercury fillings. Try to get them on fasting, at least try fasting. And of course, give them a pathway to detox. Infrared sauna, glutathione, lots of water, even sweating, going for a walk and sweating in the sun, that's detox. And of course, a lot of it is released for urine, but you want to maximize your detox pathways and help your body detox. Because if you melt the fat and all those toxins are released, and the liver doesn't have anywhere to release it, what is it going to do? It's going to pack it right back, send it right back into the bloodstream. You don't want that. A raise of energy, 15 benefit, multiple processes, including regeneration of damaged mitochondria. So your mitochondria improve, but you also, naturally, the body wants to survive. So it's going to help you be more effective, more energetic. You don't use any more energy to cook or process the food, which takes hours to process any meal. You can use that energy to think better and to think of how you're gonna plan that meal after your fast is over. Organ fat reduction, number 16. That is so amazing. If anybody is suffering from fat liver, non-alcoholic steatosis or alcoholic liver, a lot of it is just from sugar, because liver doesn't know where to put that sugar, and so it puts it in the fat, and then once your fat storage is filled, then it puts it in the organ. Especially those people who do liposuction, you guys are killing yourself, because before you had subcutaneous fat, at least that doesn't kill you. And actually, sometimes the brown fat even uses energy. Those people who done the liposuction and suck the good subcutaneous fat, guess what? The body still needs to put your stored glucose somewhere. It's going to put it inside the organs, inside your cavity, inside your abdominal walls. And that's the most dangerous. Visceral fat is the most dangerous fat, because that's what kills people. So if you can get rid naturally of your fatty liver, reduce your death risk, oh my gosh, isn't it worth millions of dollars? Isn't your life, 10 years of more of healthy life, worth millions of dollars to you? To me, absolutely. And I have ultrasound scans showing fatty liver, mild fatty liver. Even a couple of years ago, and when I started doing my water fasting and did 14-day water fast, my liver regenerated without the fatty liver, without the steatosis to it. Isn't it amazing? Yay, so I'm looking forward to more effects. So 17, reduce and remedy high blood pressure. That's wonderful. 18, get into keto fast, switch to burning keto bodies from glucose. Once you become keto adaptive, it's very easy. And in the future, even if you just skip any carbs for a day or two, you just switch to burning ketones, which is wonderful. You don't feel hungry. Love it. And my body has been keto adapted now for years. 19, clear skin tags and other skin issues. That takes probably about 10 plus days for the body to start finding skin tags and little imperfections and just clearing them, because it wants to be efficient. It wants to recycle proteins, and then it's gonna go clear up stuff, which is great. Number 20, improve autoimmune issues. You generate white blood cells to the non-corrupted ones. 21, improves MS issues. Dejunk the brain from junk protein garbage. So Alzheimer's, MS, very, very vital healing. I don't know if I have there, but a lot of people who start fasting and go to like North Star Institute, they come in with 30 prescriptions and they leave with 1 or 0. It's amazing. And all those prescriptions, they just mask the symptoms and destroy humans. So that is a wonderful thing. Weight loss. That's not even the number 1 benefit, but it's very helpful, right? Like I'm already down 9 pounds, even though it's mostly water weight, still feel great. Easy to quit any addiction, like drugs and smoking. 24, recycling damaged proteins like cysts, fibrous buildup. That's so important because most of us have cysts in different parts of the body, like fluid sacs. But still, they could become cancerous, and still it's extra weight or discomfort. It's wonderful to have those recycled. 25, fertility improvement. One of those fasting clinics was noticing a side effect. Older people after a period of fasting went home and got pregnant. At least many who were looking to get pregnant. TBI, traumatic brain injury repairs, by recycling, rebuilding damaged connections in the brain. That's so important for all you NFL or football playing friends or anybody who suffered severe concussions. Very important. 27, spiritual strength. Combine fasting with prayer. One thing that all religions have in common, and one thing that maybe the only thing that Buddha, Allah, and Jesus agree on is fasting. I'm quoting Jason Fung, the famous fasting doctor from Canada, so it's his joke, but I love it. Realignment with the faith of your choice, from Christian to Muslim Ramadan. I myself not religious, very spiritual. I have an incredible connection with the other side. That's the only thing that kept me alive from my hardest life. I'm a champion of trauma and I'm still alive. But I find that during fast, my connection improves because I don't have the pesticides. I don't have the low vibration of the meat. Some poor chicken that was intolerably killed. So I appreciate that. 28. We got spiritual. 29, empowered prayer and connection to deity. 30, assurance that this is the most proven and tested body and mind improvement strategy. Thousands of years. And in Europe, even in Russia, they have fasting clinic. People go there and maybe spend $200 the whole process, right? Because you don't eat anything. All you need to do is just a little medical supervision and a little encouragement, and they come out healed from so many things. Those Europeans, they at least treat their people a little better. 31, resting metabolic rate goes up. It may have been depressed in years of dieting. So it's super important to have your resting metabolic rate goes up, so your body at resting state uses more energy. Wonderful. Stomach shrinking, similar to stomach stapling surgery. A lot of people do all the stomach stapling surgery. It's very expensive, very risky, right? But here, and the most benefits from there is just from the fasting that people are forced to do before the surgery and after the surgery. Here you don't have to do surgery, pay for it. You get natural stomach shrinking. Wonderful. Cancer reduction at least 13%, as obesity raises most cancer risk by 13%. And that's just from reduction of obesity, but how many other benefits from including your white blood cells, from apoptosis, from recycling proteins, from fixing your DNA. Financial, the only diet that pays you in food cost savings. So donate that money to a good cause if you're saving. or use them for some benefit and say, hey, I'm not gonna eat for a week. Maybe I'm gonna save $300. I'm gonna use that money and buy myself a treat as a motivation. Stress tolerance goes up. It's convenient. Any place, anytime. Whether you're in jail or Buckingham Palace, you can fast. And I've been in both. And I've fasted. Whether I stayed in a palace or in jail cell, I was able to fast, and that's also helped me. Stress tolerance, 37 adrenal recovery, that's important. 38 polycystic ovary syndrome, huge help. 39 reduction of intramural fibroids. We will know because I think I have those on ultrasound, so we will retest after a couple of cycles of prolonged water fasting. Number 40, hysterectomy avoidance, save your uterus. 41, raise of endogenous antioxidant capacity of blood. Amazing. 42, health benefits to come off medication, like hypertension medication. 43, depression recovery due to body dopamine, serotonin receptors recovery. 44, athletic performance improvement. 45, sleep recovery. Circadian rhythm restoration means that your body naturally goes to sleep earlier and goes and wakes up earlier. Nice sleep, and I'll maybe do a screenshot and show you. Flat line, deep sleep. Normally it's like this. I cannot even sleep, even on medication. But since I've been fasting, it's just flat line. Amazing. 46, back and neck problems improvement. 47, SIBO reduction. That's the overgrowth of bacteria in small intestine. 48, character building for personal empowerment. Character building is important. 49, detox, multiple pathway toxin elimination. Skin, blood, lymph, and lungs, and urine. 50, musculoskeletal stem cells growth. $1 million skin for injection. So that's amazing that you have like 2,000% improvement in your stem cell growth. 51, HGH, 3 days up 300%. 7 days, 1,250% growth hormone. That is the hormone that we need to stay young. It grows muscle, skin, organ regeneration. Try paying for that HGH, and you don't even know what they're selling you, but it's expensive. 52, intestinal permeability, leaky gut healing, because the body can take care of healing when you're not constantly shoving stuff at the lining of your stomach that the body has to deal with. It can heal. 53, parasite, die off, starting 5th, 6th day. But please take proper meds. Reach out to me if you need, to your doctor, but you can reach out to me also to get some advice. 54, IBS syndrome will dissipate. That's good. That's your irritable bowel syndrome. Crohn's disease, other irritable bowel syndrome, health through reduced inflammation and gut lining regeneration. I will have to let you know how that affects some of those symptoms. IGF-1 reduction. I guess the IGF is a growth factor 1. I guess that's not the one we want. It's the cancer growth. Shut down. Fat growth, shut down. Apoptosis block is removed. So when you reduce the IGF factor 1, the block or the stop of marking cells for die-off, like the cancer cells or just corrupted cells, that block is removed. Facial skin recovery, that beats any Botox or laser. I don't do any Botox, I don't do any laser. I just do fasting, and I eat healthy, and I do intermittent fasting. 58, SIRT1, that incredible, super expensive molecule, longevity molecule. You can watch that Harvard doctor on longevity. That's all he dreams about is SIRT1 molecule. Centurion genes, those people who live over 100 years, untwists that SIRT1 molecule, untwists histones in certain DNA chains to start making new proteins, new genetic expression. Your genetic expression changes. You become a better, younger, healthier you. Also activates, that's 59, gene FOXO3, and then gene activates the antioxidant genes in the body. So you don't need to run around buying antioxidant creams, antioxidant vitamins, etc. You have the factory that creates those inside, and once that FOXO3 activates your antioxidant genes. DNA repair, that's 60. Because FOXO3 also activates repairs, extends telomeres. 61, apoptosis, old cells get marked for death, clears the old stuff. And Was that not enough? A wonderful multi-million-dollar information. And melatonin, I guess that's benefit 62. As your circadian rhythm is fixed, you produce melatonin naturally. Melatonin prevents cancer, also helps turn on FOXO3. Be careful if you're taking supplemental melatonin. You don't want to take too much because your natural one is not produced and you want the natural one. So again, follow me, follow my Instagram. I post daily videos on my fasting progress. Print out a calendar, mark the days, put the motivation, mark your weight, and across each day as you go along to get to the goal. Maybe get a partner. Maybe you can have a joint motivation. If whoever fails first, you know, buys the other one on vacation to Hawaii or something. Maybe that's motivation enough. And write down your improvements. I record in the app my weight loss. I take daily videos, and I really would appreciate some feedback, some encouragement, as it's have not been an easy journey in my life. I'm again trauma champion. All the abuse that I have been through and continue to go through is very serious, puts a lot of trauma in the body. So I'm hoping that I can tell you soon that trauma got released from my body apart through fasting. So this was Anastasia4Light. Namaste.